One of the other things that we did that helped our business a lot is we had, we had this big NPR Isuzu work truck, big quad cad truck, and you had two guys in it, and you're running around and getting 10 miles to the gallon, trying to service hundreds of customers, and the fuel was just killing us. So what we did is we'd start out and we'd switch to a truck trailer thing, but then we realized you're dragging that weight, that trailer behind you, so now your mileage comes way down on the truck and trailer setup as it goes. Okay, plus now you still are going through all those extra tires and everything because you got extra tires on that trailer and the upkeep and everything with that. What we did now is we eliminated the trailer for the most part, and now we just have our trucks. We buy the trucks, and we don't buy new trucks. We just buy them used and tear the beds off them, and we build racks. We have them custom made for us so that you can drive the mowers right up on the back of the truck. Okay, so I just eliminated towing that trailer altogether, and it greatly improved our fuel mileage, our fuel economy, which in turn puts money in our pocket. Okay, so that's the bottom line with that stuff. The other thing, GPS tracking. When we put a GPS tracking unit in our trucks, that made a huge difference because we would find where, especially down south, down in Florida, our business down there, the guys would sit in the trucks just to be by the air conditioning, and they'd sit in there for 20 minutes at a job site and just sit in the truck, just sit in there and bullshit. And all the while, the truck is idling, so it shows all the idle time that they're there. It shows when they got there, how long they were there, when they left. So you can actually see how much work you're getting done from your guys. So instead of them, let's say, going out and mowing 20 jobs, for example, in a given day, okay, these guys would only mow like 15 jobs. And all they would tell you was that, well, we're doing such a good job at these places, and this and that, and it was just bullshit. Once we put the GPS in there, we could see what they were doing. They were sitting in the truck. They weren't doing anything, so they were taking advantage of us. We're paying them to sit in that truck and do nothing. So put the GPS systems in there. They're not that expensive, and it's well worth the effort. Believe me, you will find, this happened to us. I mentioned it on a previous video, but I'm going to say it again. We had customers, or people that we didn't even know were customers, come up to us when I got in the truck one day, and one of my managers got in the truck one day, and we went out to see these people, and we found out neighbors that come across the street and say, hey, when are you going to mow our grass? You haven't mowed it in a month. And we'd be like, well, I'm sorry, sir, but you're not on my list. You're not my client. And they'd say, well, we've been paying you. Well, here they're paying the guys in cash. So our guys are using our equipment, going out there, servicing these people, and getting paid for it. Okay? They're robbing you. They're absolutely robbing you blind. And I'm sure if they did it to me, they're probably doing it to you. Or they could very well be. But you're not going to know those things if you don't pay attention to them. And the GPS unit will help you out a lot with that. Okay? The other thing I want to talk about is a routing system. In the old days, we would route things by just going on Google Maps, or Bing Maps or whatever, and we would find their locations of the new places, new customers, and we would try to put them in here and there and try to make everything blend together. And it got confusing and hard. The more clients we got and the more spread out we were as to what were the best routes to go everywhere, and we found ourselves zigzagging and coming back, and a lot of wasted wear and tear on the vehicles, and a lot of wasted fuel with the vehicles, and a lot of wasted time. Anytime your guys are behind the glass, they're costing you money. They are costing you money when they're sitting behind that windshield. You need them out from that truck. You need them out on the job sites and working. So what's the best way to do that? Put a routing system. Hire a routing system company. And we've done this, and it's worked well for us. The computer actually will show you the quickest routes to get to these places. So they took a lot of the guesswork out. They took a lot of the labor from the office that we had to do initially, just do it manually. A lot of the guesswork we're doing, they took that and just eliminated that. It gets the guys going faster. It gets them, they know their routes are shorter. They get more work done, so they're more productive. So it more than offsets the cost of having this service. But I highly recommend you get that, okay? The other thing, emailing of invoices. That's been something that we've concentrated on. That was easy for me to say. We've concentrated on that a lot because today's day and age, most everybody's on the internet. Most everyone has an email address, which, by the way, is a great reason to get the email address because you can invoice. I mean, I don't want to get off that subject. You can invoice these people. It doesn't cost you anything. No 50-cent stamp or 49-cent stamp, plus the envelope, plus folding them all that kind of crap, and plus printing the letter out and all the ink and everything, and printers and computers you got to have for all that stuff. Computer you got to have for email, but that's nothing. It's free. You can send them emails over to them free. The invoices are there. It costs you nothing. So, excuse me, that was a big plus for us. And today, too, as far as that goes, when you talk about advertising and you go on the internet, and I'm such a big fan of the internet, most of those people find you on the internet. So they do have email addresses, so it works out perfect. Okay, so take advantage of that. We changed our marketing strategies greatly. Again, we would go 1 year, and the next year we would think we would climb, and we'd lose some customers because they moved away or whatever, and we weren't getting new ones in the door. And we would try the same marketing techniques all the time, just go with the same door hanger, go with this or that. We weren't getting any better. So we had to change our whole way of thinking. We had to think out of the box. We went onto the internet. We started working with that, pay-per-clicks, plus the organic sections, and we've had a lot better results. We've tried other things too. We tried things like Home Advisor, which I do not recommend for anybody. That's just a whole nother, I do have a video on that, so if you want to check it out at our website, you're more than welcome to. Don't do it. When you run into any of these sites, not just Home Advisor, but any of the sites that want to sell you on your clients on, getting cost per lead, okay, the, pay per lead basically. I don't recommend doing that because these guys will send the potential customer, they'll send it to you, but they'll also send it to several other lawn care guys. So now you're competing against a bunch of guys. So your chances of walking away with that job are not good, but you pay for every lead you get. So they get their money no matter what. Okay, so you really got to be careful of them. We tried them out for a while. We caught on to what they were doing, and we just backed out of it. We don't do it anymore. We're completely out of it. And it just, if you go on Google and look them up, you'll find horror stories everywhere. So anyway, change your marketing strategies. Don't be afraid to change, because that's what we had to do. We were like, you know what, we got to make this business work. Let's think out of the box, and that's what we did. Constantly compare prices. Another thing we do, whether it's postcards or it's door hangers or internet companies, we're comparing prices all the time, and you can create a great deal of savings if you just shop around a little bit. And with having the internet right now, there's no reason not to shop around. You have a library at your fingertips. You can find just about anyone anywhere. So, as far as getting quotes from companies on your print needs. So pay attention to that, and the same with the internet companies. You can find a ton of them out there, so you got to be careful with them. That's a whole nother story. I should do a video on that, because I've researched it a lot, and we've been burnt by marketing companies on the internet. That's a good idea. I think I'm going to write that one down, but not till I'm done with this. Okay, once you control your expenses and you've changed your marketing practices, then you can concentrate on the important functions of density. And by density, I mean you want to concentrate on the areas you're already in. This is how you're going to make money in the lawn care business. If you have 500 accounts and you're spread all over the place, and you got a 5-minute drive time between each one, you're not making much money. If you can concentrate the density down in these areas where if you have one lawn in this one neighborhood, now you want to get another lawn right there. You want to get another one and another one and another one. That's density. That way your guys aren't behind the glass, they're mowing. You pull into these neighborhoods and you're mowing 20 properties because you've worked at it hard. Excuse me, and you've gotten these properties. A very good way to do that is to have these little magnets made with your business information on it, and just walk door to door, and we call it like 10 rounds. You can use door hangers, or you can jam a postcard in the door, or just slap a magnet on there. And we find that magnets, they are a little less apt to throw them away. They appear to have a little more value to them, so they may not need your service right now. They may be happy with their lawn care provider right now, but that doesn't mean a month from now that guy's going to piss them off and they're going to be looking for a new company, okay? So that's where magnets come in, because then they're like, hey, I remember that guy that put that magnet on our house. Who is he? Let's grab that, and they pull the magnet up. Especially with magnets, put something on there. Like I reside in Wisconsin, for example, and here Green Bay Packers are huge. So the football thing, if you can put a Packer schedule up there with your logo on top, they'll keep that all year round on their refrigerator. Okay, so it's a good thing to remember. All right. Density is huge, 10 rounds, mailers, referrals, getting referrals. Those are your best leads. They cost you the least amount of money. We have a referral program set up with our company to where, you can offer your current clients, give them a $25 gift certificate or a $50 gift certificate for just giving your name out to a new client, and then have that new client, you could give them a $25 gift certificate to use towards their services. Let's say you used a $25 thing. We do all different things like that. We have competitions and all kinds of stuff. Try to keep it exciting for the customers, so that they are more apt to think about giving you a referral. So let's say we give, just for this example, we give the customer a $25 gift certificate, and we also give a $25 gift certificate to the person she gives it to, the referral, that they can use towards their services, okay? So they each got 25 bucks for free, basically. So what did that customer cost me? It cost me 50 bucks. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap today. So look at things like that and utilize that referral system. Other things that we do that we actually just implemented this year was we put everybody's name in a hat, whoever gives us referrals. And at the end of the year, whoever we got the most referrals from, that person wins a whole year of free mowing. Okay? Well, it was well worth it for us to do that, and we give that free mowing to that customer because she deserves it. She won. She deserves it, whoever the customer is. But look at the clients that they brought you in. So if they bring you in 3, 4, 5 clients in a year's time, that's some money. So pay attention to that. The other thing, make sure your websites are all geographical. So make sure they're all, when you work on that, I should do a whole video just on websites. I got to do that. But make sure that you're only targeting the areas you work in, especially if you get into the pay-per-click stuff. If you just advertise, say, in Brevard County, well, Brevard County is pretty big in Florida, so I mean, there's sections that you don't even work in because they're 20 miles away. You don't want to advertise in those sections, and they can set it up so that you don't. So it's just another good thing, but good thing to try, I guess. In a nutshell, all said and done, there's a lot of ways to make money. You can make it, with a lot of extras at the people's houses, doing the mulching and the fertilizing and the weed control and sprinkler stuff. And there's just a lot of different things people can do to make money at it. And you just got to work hard. Nothing worth having is going to come easy. And remember that nothing changes unless you make changes. So hopefully this video will help you out, and you're more than welcome to go to our website and view all our other videos for more helpful tips. And that's at familylawnandlandscape.com. And I thank you for watching. Let me know your feedback. I'd be interested to hear. Thanks.